Working class vote. Sean Spicer is the chief strategist for the Republican National Committee. He's also advising the Trump campaign, and he joins us from Trump Tower in New York City today. Sean, nice to have you. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
You bet. So Mr. Trump was in Flint, Michigan on Wednesday, and he was talking, as he does a lot, about jobs being sent overseas. And polls have showed that this is actually resonating among the white, non-college, working-class voter. And every time I hear it, I think he's literally contradicting himself, right? Because we know that in his businesses, he has sent jobs overseas. We know his ties, his suits, his housewares, the list is kind of long, are created in China, in Honduras, in Mexico. Isn't he being completely hypocritical?
Well, no, because I think what he's talking about is the policies of the government that reward companies to do that kind of business, not just reward them, but frankly create a tax system and a regulatory system that makes it easier and cheaper to do business overseas than want to do work here in the United States. And so he is trying to say that if elected president, I will advocate and instill policies that will ensure that our manufacturing base returns and create a tax system and a regulatory system that rewards companies for staying here in America and creating jobs.
I want to ask you a quick question about the autopsy back in 2012.
Yeah.
And I think in the past, maybe years ago, you and I have spoken about this, which was kind of the why the Republicans lost the election. In 2012, there was a sense of, like, let's walk went wrong. And some of the takeaways, I'm going to paraphrase: pass immigration reform, listen more to minorities, gay rights isn't going away. And I look at this past year and I wonder, so is the Republican Party basically just giving up on minorities now? Because none of that stuff's really been done.
No, absolutely not. I mean, so a couple things. Number one, that report had 219 recommendations. On almost every single one of them, we made substantial progress, especially in the area of the ground game and the data, and that's why you're seeing registration up, and I think that's going to be huge as we head into these final 53 days. But to your point about minorities, absolutely not. I mean, again, look at where Donald Trump was yesterday, Flint, Michigan. Look where he was last week in a school in talking about school choice. He was in the suburbs of Philadelphia.
Yeah, those are, I think it's fair to say, photo ops, right, with black people or brown people behind you. But if you look at the polling, no, I think that's fair to say. But if you look at the polling, the numbers, his appeal to black voters is tiny. If you look at the polling,
really?
Appeal to Latino voters.
Yeah. Okay, well, a poll came out today that said he's at 19% of the black vote. Okay, there was one that said it had him at 30%. Look, I'll give you this. We need to do better. We've got to go into communities and churches, businesses, neighborhoods that we haven't been going into traditionally as Republicans, and take our conservative message and solutions to those neighborhoods. I will give you to that 6 days a week and twice on Sunday that we've got to be going into more places and talking to more people, because not just because it's the growing segments of the population, but frankly because it's the right thing to do. And I think what you've seen Donald Trump do over the last few weeks is have events in places like Flint and Philadelphia, Cleveland, in suburbs of some of these areas where there are large minority populations, hold roundtables with Hispanics. Can we do more? Absolutely. Do we need to do more? Absolutely. But I think that, you know, when you look at what past campaigns have done, Donald Trump in the last last month has probably done more in terms of outreach than a lot of the last couple cycles combined.
But if you look at the months
again,
before,
is that enough? Hold on. Is that enough? No. And I think we got to do more and more because that message needs to resonate. But some of the polls are starting to show that. We got, in one of the polls that came out today nationally, he's at 19% of the black vote. Remember, McCain got 4% of the black vote. Romney got 6%. We need to do better. I grant you, I don't want to be in single digits. I want to be in high double digits. But every day that we make progress is a good thing for this party and for this country.
At the same time, you've also been empowering or raising the voices of people who are very hostile to Latinos, people who are very overtly hostile to African Americans at the exact same time, and maybe more than just in the past few weeks to the month, over the year.
Well, I think there's no question, and we can agree that the party needs to do better. It's something that
but Donald Trump himself has done that. That's not just the party.
No, but look, he was down in Mexico a couple weeks ago talking about the importance of the contributions that Mexico and the Mexican people have made to both our country, our economy, and to our families.
After calling them rapists. Right? I mean, that, like, it's problematic. No,
Soledad, you can't have it both ways. Look, hold on. You want to talk about our party improving. You want me to talk about our candidate. I am. I think I give you that our party needs to do better, our candidates need to do better. But at the end of the day, we are doing better. We are doing more. And I'm proud of what our party and our candidates are doing to reach out and grow this party and make this country better.
Sean Spicer is the chief strategist for the Republican National Committee. Sean, thank you for talking with me. Appreciate it.
Thank you.